For the next 3 minutes, I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about HBO's Station 11. And if I can convince you that this show is worth watching, you have to follow me and go watch this show. Station 11 is based on a novel by internationally famous Canadian author Emily St. John Mandel. You may recognize her other books, Sea of Tranquility and The Glass Hotel, which have both been quite famous on Book Talk. I would argue that Station 11, which is about a global pandemic in which a strain of the Georgia flu takes out 98% of Earth's population, is her best and most insightful novel. The novel was a finalist for the National Book Award, and it was first published in 2015. Unlike other survivalist stories which focus heavily on zombies, worldwide collapse, or the virus itself that has caused such catastrophe, Station 11 instead focuses on a small group of traveling performers who, in the aftermath of complete catastrophe, perform Shakespeare plays for audiences around the country. The show's principal protagonist is named Kirsten, a former child actor who was separated from her parents at the onset of the pandemic and taken in reluctantly by a kind stranger named Jeevan, who just so happened to cross her path. In the opening pages of the book and the opening minutes of the show, Arthur Leander, who is a world-famous actor, is giving a powerful performance of King Lear when he has a heart attack and collapses dead. Jeevan, who is in the audience with his girlfriend, is a former paramedic and recognizes the signs, rushing on stage to help him. Kirsten, one of the actresses in the play, is forgotten about in the shuffle. Jeevan takes pity on her and agrees to take her to her home, as the handler who is meant to take her and escort her to her parents is nowhere to be found and is likely dead. En route to Kirsten's house, ominous signs around New York are signaling the end of days, and Jeevan's sister, who works in a hospital, phones him frantically to let him know that what's happening is way worse than everyone is indicating, and that he needs to buy as much food and things as possible and barricade himself inside with his brother immediately. Jeevan, flustered and having no idea what to do, follows her advice and goes to the nearest grocery store with Kirsten, buying as many supplies as he possibly can. This comes after they go to Kirsten's house and her parents are not answering the door. The dramatic irony for the reader, and even for the television viewer who can deduce based on the clues, is that her parents are likely dead. Kirsten, Jeevan, and his brother spend the following months locked inside a beautiful apartment that belongs to Jeevan's brother, who is a famous writer. Not knowing the extent of what this pandemic can do, they are forced to isolate, living off of the food that they got that night from the grocery store. They pass their days reading, performing plays, playing games, until an intruder breaks in and kills Jeevan's brother. Naturally, this is a traumatic memory that the adult version of Kirsten looks back on often, in chilling sequences, which she inhabits the memories of her child self. What follows is more than a story of survival. It's a story about finding hope, companionship, and healing, even in the darkest of times. Based on the best-selling book, with a near-perfect critical score, Station 11 is streaming now.